Hey Tim, thanks for having me over for dinner last night. I really appreciate it.
It's no worries, Hank. We really enjoyed having you here. Come by anytime.
You're too kind. I'm really glad you guys moved so close.
Me too. It's always a blast hanging out with you.
I'm not gonna lie, since Penny's mom passed away, I've been pretty lonely. I really can't express how grateful I am for how you've welcomed me into your life. I know a lot of folks aren't too interested in getting close to their in-laws.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I should be the one thanking you. I've never been that close to my own father, to be honest. My parents divorced when I was a kid, and my father was never that interested in seeing me. I really enjoyed spending time with you.
Oh, thank you. That really means a lot. You're like a son to me as well. And last night was really so much fun. Pass my regards to my daughter, too.
Of course I will, but I think I should apologize on her behalf.
What? Why?
I don't know why she was in such a sour mood.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'm used to it. She can get like that sometimes. It's best to not spend too much time trying to figure out what upset that girl.
I just really can never predict what will get her into such a bad mood. She's honestly the most fun person to be around 80% of the time, but she suddenly gets in a mood and it's like she's a completely different person. Was she always like this, even as a kid?
Oh, she was much worse as a kid. You should have seen her. She'd even go so far as to try and make up lies and gossip about kids in her class she didn't like.
What, really?
Yeah, don't tell her I told you that, though.
Well, I guess kids can be pretty cruel. I'm glad she isn't doing things like that anymore, at least. I can at least attest to her being an honest person.
That's true. But seriously, she would get into moods like that a lot more often when she was younger. I'm glad she's mostly snapped out of it now. She used to always really hate being wrong about any little thing. She would go into a mood anytime anyone disagreed with her about literally anything.
Wow, really? Well, I'm glad she's not like that anymore. Most of the time, anyway.
I might be partly to blame, though. Me and her mother often gave in and gave her what she wanted. That could be why she turned out like that.
There's no point worrying about things like that now. I'm sure you were great parents. I've met your son too, haven't I? Jeff is an amazing guy. They would both have that problem if it was because of your parenting. And I obviously love my wife too, don't get me wrong. Of course, I think you did a great job with her too. Everyone has their downsides, no one's perfect. Putting up with her getting in a mood sometimes is a small price to pay to be with her.
I honestly sometimes think you're too good for my daughter.
Oh, that's not true.
I'm kidding, of course. Well, mostly anyway. Anyway, thanks again, and I hope you guys have a good day.
Thanks, you too. What do you think? Pretty cool. I'm really glad we bought this house so close to him, to be honest.
Is there something wrong with you? Do you really think that other people are going to be interested in that stuff? Just because you like it doesn't mean that other people like it too. Maybe you should stop being so self-centered.
What? He mentioned it himself, right? That he used to golf a lot, and now that he's retired, he wants to take it up again. Weren't you there when we talked about that?
Are you sure you weren't dreaming? I think you're just wasting money buying things like that. We could have used that money on ourselves.
You know we're not exactly struggling for money, thankfully. We can afford to get him something nice. Don't worry.
That is not the point. I don't want you wasting all this money on these kinds of things. I think you need to be a bit more grown-up. If you're gonna get him a present, get him a stair lift or something.
Do you have to be like this all the time? Just because he's retired, it doesn't mean he should give up on getting new hobbies.
He's 60 years old this year. He doesn't need to be running around in a field or whatever you do in golf. You need to be more realistic and stop assuming everyone is gonna like what you like.
He's only 60. He's still completely self-reliant. He goes hiking all the time too. I don't know what's given you the idea that he's some invalid just because he hit 60.
I never said he's an invalid, just that it's not realistic to expect a 60-year-old man to make use of a gift like that. I just want you to use your head. He probably only said he was interested in golf to make you happy. And if you give him a gift like that, it's only going to pressure him into using it and overexerting himself. If he injures himself, aren't you going to feel guilty?
I really think you're overreacting. He said he wants to try golf himself before I even mentioned I play. I think he genuinely wants to try. And he's a grown man. If he thinks it's too physically taxing, he'll stop. We shouldn't be patronizing him like that just because he's 60.
Whatever, do what you want. Just don't come crying to me when he doesn't use it. Or, worst yet, when he injures himself.
Let's just talk more when I get home. I'll take them back to the store tomorrow if you're sure he won't like them. Hey, sorry to message you this late. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, it's always great to hear from you. What's up?
Do you remember a little while ago we talked about golf, right? Are you really interested in getting back into it?
Of course I am. I've actually hit the driving range a few times this week. I'm not as good as I used to be, but I'm getting my groove back. Why are you asking about golf all of a sudden?
I was just wondering, that's all. Penny was insisting that you aren't actually interested in golf. I was thinking of inviting you to play, but she was dead set against it.
Is that what she said? She doesn't know a thing about me. She always says these kinds of things, but she doesn't know what she's talking about. Oh, she really annoys me at times. I have done so much for her, but she doesn't even pay attention to what I say. Just ignore her. Don't listen to what she says. I'd love to play golf with you. I think she likes to argue with people. She likes to see people's reactions when they get annoyed. Oh, she drives me up the wall almost every day, and it's been like this for a long time now. I was hoping that she would get better, but there's been no sign of that. Just thinking about her starts to make me feel a bit stressed out. I'm sorry that she's been giving you trouble.
It's fine, honestly. Don't let it get to you. Think of something else. How about going to play a few holes this weekend? Take your mind off of things. I'm not the best player in the world myself, so I'd like to learn a few things from you. You said you used to be really talented, right?
Oh, I might have been exaggerating, but I'd love to go play this weekend. Thank you for inviting me, and thanks for thinking of me. I feel bad that I was the cause of an argument between you and Penny, though.
Oh, don't worry about that. You know her. If it wasn't this, we would have been fighting about something else.
Oh, that's true. Anyway, I'll see you this weekend.
Yeah, see you then. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Hey there, Tim, how's it going? I'm good, but there's something on my mind. Your dad's birthday is coming up soon, and I was wondering if you wanted to get together to celebrate. What do you think? That sounds like a great idea. Have you ran it by Penny? What did she think? She told me that he doesn't really like birthdays and that maybe I shouldn't even get him a gift at all. I kept on asking her, but she didn't seem to have any decent advice to give me. I thought that he really enjoyed his birthday last year. I don't know why she said that he doesn't like celebrating them. Is that what she said? I think she just can't be bothered doing something for Dad. Why else would she say such a stupid thing? She really doesn't care about him that much, does she? I don't think she knows what she's talking about. She seems to have a lot of stupid ideas. You don't need to take her that seriously when she says things like that. I have no idea what she means. I think Dad would really like a present on his birthday. Who wouldn't? Well, what were you thinking of getting him? Yeah, I hope so. I got him a golf set, but Penny seems convinced that he's not interested in golf. That's a great gift, and he definitely is interested in golf. She's been like this all of her life. She never really thinks about Dad or what he needs or wants. She just doesn't seem to care about him at all. I think it's not nice, but I don't know how to change her. So, I've given up. Maybe she's too old to learn. I thought it was a bit strange too. She isn't very nice to him. I asked her a few times, but she didn't change her mind about organizing a get-together. She's always like this, very set in her ways. I kept on making suggestions, but she just said that her dad wouldn't like it. Nothing seemed to impress her. She doesn't seem to want to listen to my opinions, only her own. What is wrong with that girl? Really, it's no way to treat your partner. I don't know if I can sit by while she does this kind of thing. Maybe I should talk to her. I should really give her a piece of my mind and tell her how to behave properly. I don't want her being like this for the rest of her life. I worry it's only gonna get worse. Oh, don't get too angry over it. I'm glad I can vent to you about things from time to time. That's more than enough. I hope we can hang out soon. I have a lot more venting to do. You and your dad are pretty awesome, you know that? Thanks. You're pretty awesome yourself. If things didn't work out with my sister, nothing would change between us. You know that, right? I'm not saying that you should divorce. But if it does happen to come to that, then don't you worry. We will be on your side. We know you're in the right here. Thanks for the support. That really means a lot to me. You guys are like a second family to me now. I think we should have a nice meal for my dad's birthday. He'd really like that. I think he's really into eating seafood these days, so maybe we could take him somewhere that does seafood. I'm sure there must be somewhere nice not too far away. That sounds good. Let's do that. Awesome. I'll book a place tonight and let you know. Are you free next Friday?
Why? Do you have something planned? You want to take me out somewhere? You've been pretty mean to me lately, so I'm glad you're taking me out to apologize.
Are you kidding? It's your dad's birthday. We're gonna take him to a seafood restaurant. Are you coming too? I presume you are.
What are you talking about? You want to take him out for his birthday? I told you that he doesn't like doing that kind of thing. He doesn't like the attention. He just wants to be left alone. I told you this several times, so why do you make these plans? And why did you choose seafood? It's going to be really expensive. It's going to be a real waste of money. He doesn't even like that kind of thing.
Yeah, I hear you, but I have a feeling that what you're saying might not be true.
What do you mean? I told you so many times before. Did you not even listen to me? He doesn't like to have a big birthday celebration. He likes to be left on his own without a big fuss. There's really no need to have a big party for my dad. It's just going to be a waste of time and money for everyone involved. Why did you take it upon yourself to organize this? I told you not to.
You're talking nonsense. Who in the world doesn't like to have a birthday party? I think it would be really nice to get together and celebrate your dad's birthday, and I know he would agree.
It is my dad, so don't go telling me what to do. I know him best. Who are you? You're not his son or something. He's my father, and I know what's best for him.
Just because you're his daughter doesn't mean that you know best. You're wrong here, trust me.
I am not wrong. I was raised by the man. I think I know what he likes.
Okay, then why don't we check with Jeff? He was raised by him too, right? Jeff, can you help us out here? We're having a little bit of a disagreement about your dad. I think that he would love to have a birthday party, but Penny disagrees with me. What do you think? Who's right and who is wrong?
Oh, you're gonna get him involved, are you? Real mature. I know my dad very well, so trust me when I say he doesn't want a big celebration.
You really do say a lot of stupid things, don't you? Is there something wrong with your brain?
What? What do you mean by that?
What kind of a person doesn't want a birthday party? Are you mad? Everyone likes to have a birthday party. We can all get together and have a nice time as a family. It is really weird that you don't want this to happen. What is wrong with you? We are taking him to eat some seafood. I know that he'll like it, and deep down you know too. Do you not remember all the things that Dad has done for you? You need to be nicer to him. I don't want to hear such stupid things from you in the future.
Well, I think Dad is a shy and reserved person. He doesn't want all the attention that a party would bring.
Whatever makes you think that? He's not like that at all. Mom was always the shy one. Dad isn't like that. He loves a good party.
I thought it was Dad who was reserved.
I really don't know how Tim copes with you. You're such an idiot. And you're always so sure of yourself. You can be wrong too sometimes, you know? You really have no sense about how to treat other people at all. We are taking Dad to a nice restaurant and you are coming with us. You don't have a choice about it. Why would you not want to come? Are you worried about the bill or something? Got no money?
He doesn't even like seafood. I'm sure of that. He doesn't like eating fish.
He does like eating fish, and please don't disagree with me anymore. I know him very well. You don't know what you're saying. I am running out of patience. I spend a lot more time with him than you do. He does like eating fish. He really loves it. Octopus, clams, salmon, he loves it all. When we go to the restaurant, you'll see how happy he is. We're all gonna have a nice time, and you're gonna have to admit that you were wrong. You really don't know him as well as you think you do.
He likes eating salmon? I never knew. I've never seen him eating any.
That's because you hardly ever visit him. Tim comes by on his own more than you come together. I think from now on, when it comes to Dad, you just need to do whatever Tim tells you to do. I really don't think you know him well enough to make decisions about him. You just listen to him and follow his instructions. He knows him a lot better than you do. I feel sorry for Tim. He has to put up with you all the time. It must be really difficult. Thanks, but that's enough, Jeff. So is it all settled? We're going ahead with the restaurant Jeff booked last night? Yes, we are. I'll see you guys next Friday. It's gonna be really great. We're gonna have such a nice time. So try and stop being a know-it-all and enjoy yourself, Penny, please, for Dad's sake. See you soon, Jeff.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, how are things? Going well?
I'm great, thanks. I was thinking about something. The season is changing, and I think it would be nice to go for a trip. I really like the autumn leaves and how the trees change color. I think I want to go somewhere in the countryside.
That sounds like a nice plan. Who are you going with? Do you want me to go with you?
No, it's fine. I was thinking about going with my friends. I thought about asking you and Penny, but I didn't want to bother her. I know she wouldn't appreciate this kind of thing. If you know a nice place, then please feel free to suggest something to me. I'll let my friends know, and then we can decide where to go. I'll send you some photos when I'm on my trip. I'm sure the scenery is gonna be great.
Oh no, you don't want to go with me? I'm really sad. I'd really love to go with you. I know a few nice places to go. I'll have a little think and then give you a few suggestions. I might be able to find a place that has more than just nice natural scenery. That way, when you go, you can do other things too.
Oh, wonderful. I'd love to hear about these places that you have in mind.
There might be a problem, though. There might be a lot of people there. Some of these places might be popular.
I don't mind if there are lots of people there. As long as it's a nice place to go and visit, it's fine by me. I've always been a fan of busy places. I like the atmosphere of a crowd. If we can balance nice scenery with a busy atmosphere, then I'll be very happy.
I'll think of something and then let you know. I might be able to find a good website or send you some photos.
Great. Please do that. I can't wait to see what your suggestions are.
Which of those places do you think would be the best place to go?
Why are you asking me that? How would I know?
Your dad wants to go on vacation, and he wanted me to suggest a place for him to go. What do you think? I thought I'd ask you to see what you thought about these places. You might have something useful to say.
My dad won't like these places. They're going to be too busy, full of people. He doesn't like that kind of place. He likes quiet places. I suggest you find a different place for him to go.
I was just talking to him, and he said that he liked busy places. It didn't have to be a quiet place.
No, he likes a place where there aren't too many people. Go and find somewhere that's not full of tourists. He always told me that he didn't like to be in crowded places. It really annoys him. There's much better places to go for a quiet vacation in the countryside. You should find a nice forest or something like that, somewhere that's not too noisy.
He's going with his friends as well. I don't think he wants to be on his own.
What do you mean he's going with his friends? He doesn't have any friends. Who's he going with? I don't know why he said that to you, but it clearly isn't true. Do you really not know anything about my dad?
Are you sure about what you're saying?
Yes, I am. Stop questioning me, please. Just listen to what I say and accept it. I know what I'm talking about. Go and find him a nice, quiet place for him to have a short break. Don't suggest these places. They won't suit him. If you don't do that, then maybe I should find somewhere myself. I don't want my dad getting upset.
Maybe you should go and talk to your dad yourself if you're really not happy about my suggestions.
Why would I need to go and talk to him? I know what I'm talking about. I know my dad really well, and I know what he likes and doesn't like.
Hi, Hank.
Hey, have you got some information to tell me?
I don't know what to say. I spoke to Penny, and she seemed to have a different opinion to me. I showed her these 3 places and asked her to help me decide. However, she got a little bit annoyed and she told me that you wouldn't like these places. She said that you wouldn't want to go somewhere that was so busy and instead I should find a place with fewer people. She told me that she might be able to find a nice place where you can have a quiet trip on your own. What do you think? Did I get it wrong?
That girl, I don't know what to do with her. Why is she always giving bad advice? I've spent a lot of my life living in boring places and it drove me mad. I really want to go somewhere a little bit more exciting to liven the mood. I don't want to be stuck here on my own.
I tried to change her mind, but she wouldn't listen to me. There was really no changing her. I don't know what to say. I suggested that she talk to you, but she said she didn't need to because she already knows you so well.
What a stupid child. She doesn't know anything about me. Why did she tell you that I didn't want to go to a place like that even after we had a conversation about it? I know what I want and I don't need her telling me otherwise.
What shall we do then? Do you want me to get you a bus ticket? Who are you going with? One other person?
Yes, I'm just going with one other person. Please do buy me a ticket. That would be nice. I'm still pretty slow with this whole internet thing.
No problem. Hey, do you want to go fishing with me and my dad? There's a big lake nearby that Dad wants to fish in. I thought it would be nice to invite you too. Great, when are you going? I'd love to come too. We're going tomorrow morning. Are you free then? If you're not, then we might be able to change the date. I know it's short notice. No, it's fine. I can make it. I promised Penny I'd build a shelf, but that can wait until we get back. Oh, cool. I'm sure Penny can survive without that shelf for a few more hours. You should come with us instead. Yeah, but you know how she is. I hope this doesn't set her off. So what if it does? She really drives me crazy, that girl. I think I'm doing you a favor by getting you away from her. I think you're gonna have a much better time with us than you would making a shelf anyway. Sometimes she makes me so angry. You shouldn't feel guilty for putting off building a shelf. It's always so funny to hear you talk about her. You really help me put things in perspective. We can come and get you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. See you then. Okay, I'm so happy about this. I can't wait. Thanks so much. No problemo. Make sure you get to bed early. I have something to tell you. Tomorrow morning, I'm going fishing with your dad and your brother. So I'll build the shelf when I get back. Sorry for putting it off, but I'll get to work on it as soon as I'm home.
You're going fishing with them? Why is that?
Your brother just contacted me and told me about it. He said there's a big lake near their house that your dad wants to try fishing in. It's nice just to go and try these things out, and it'll be nice to spend time with your brother and your dad.
I don't think my dad even likes going fishing. I don't think it's his kind of thing. I don't think he's ever been fishing in his life, so I don't know why my brother has organized this. My brother often makes some strange decisions, and it seems that this is one of them.
I think it'll be nice, and I think your dad is old enough to decide what he likes. I think we're gonna have a great time.
So you're gonna sit in a boat for hours drinking beer and waiting for a fish to bite your hook?
Yes, that kind of thing.
I'm sure my dad's going to hate it. I think I know what he likes and doesn't like.
You're always saying that.
I think you should listen to what I'm saying here. I think you're just going to waste your time and money.
Maybe you should go and talk to Jeff about it. He is the one organizing the trip.
I don't want to talk to him. He doesn't know what he's doing. Why don't you just listen to me and do what I say? Why are you always disagreeing with me?
I've really had it up to here with Penny.
What is it? What's going on?
Are you okay? What's the problem? She keeps on moaning at me and telling me that you don't actually like going fishing. I think she really doesn't want us to go. I told her that we want to go, but she just doesn't listen. I don't know what to do with her, so I thought I'd talk to you two. Hank, maybe you could just try talking to her?
That girl really does know how to annoy people. She really gets on my nerves at times. Who is she to tell me what I want to do? I know myself best, not her. If I want to go fishing, then who is she to get in the way?
I think that she needs to go to a hospital or something like that. She seems to be getting more and more crazy by the day.
I've always loved going fishing. It's one of my favorite things to do.
I know. She just gets worse and worse as time goes by. Oh, geez, I wish there was something I could do. Is it me? Am I not communicating with her well enough? Don't blame yourself. It's really not your fault. It's her. She shouldn't be like this with her own dad. She always tries to make decisions for other people, even when she doesn't understand what people want. She really annoys me at times.
She's always trying to tell me what I like and what I don't like, even though she really doesn't know me at all by the looks of it. I know myself best. I think that's the same for everyone. I don't know where she gets her funny ideas from. It makes me mad at times, but I just have to deal with it, I suppose.
So, are we gonna go as planned? I don't want this little incident to get in the way of us having a good time. Of course we're still gonna go. My dad might be old, but he can still give a few fish a run for their money. We'll all feel a lot better after spending some time out on the open water. We're not gonna let her ruin this.
I agree. I want nothing more than to go fishing. She needs to mind her own business. Next time I see her, I'll tell her not to speak on my behalf. I know what I want and no one else. She just doesn't see what's going on right in front of her. She doesn't understand me as a person. After all these years, she still doesn't understand me.
I am so happy to have you guys in my life. It's really nice to spend time with you. It's also nice to get away from Penny for a while, if I'm completely honest. You just tell us if she does anything stupid again. We can back you up if you have an argument. She'll get over herself. I think you should just ignore her when she gets like that. There's no point wasting time arguing. I guess you're right. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the morning. Yeah, see you soon.
Good night, Tim.
I bought some nice whiskey for your dad. I'm gonna take it to him next time I see him. What do you think? Is that a good idea?
Why didn't you ask me before you did that? I could have given you advice.
Oh, do I really have to do that?
Yes, you do. My dad doesn't like whiskey. He actually has an allergy to it, so he doesn't drink it. It gives him diarrhea. Trust you to buy something so useless.
Allergy? I don't think that he does. Last time I spoke to him, he told me that he really likes whiskey. I thought it would be really nice if I bought him some.
Don't tell me about my own dad. I know him best. I know what he likes and dislikes. What do you know? He does have an allergy. I'm sure about this. Why don't you just take the whiskey back and try to get a refund? If you want to buy him something, then maybe you should ask me first instead of just buying something that's going to be a waste.
I think it might be a good idea if I give it to your dad and see what he thinks. He might like it. You never know. He would know if it gives him diarrhea or not.
He can be pretty forgetful, you know. He is 60 after all. I think you should just really trust me and take it back.
Whatever, I'm almost home anyway. I'll talk to you when I get there. Hey, how are you? Are you nearly here yet? Hey, I'm nearly there. I won't be too long now. I think 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the latest. I'll be there soon. Did you bring the whiskey? Thanks for getting it, by the way. It was really nice of you. Dad's gonna be thrilled too. I did get some, but I had a little argument with Penny. She told me that your dad didn't like whiskey. She told me that he had an allergy or something, and so I shouldn't give it to him. I'm still bringing it over. I thought that if he did have an allergy, we could just drink it. Is it true, though? Does your dad have some kind of bad reaction when he drinks whiskey? She said it gives him diarrhea. What? He doesn't have an allergy. I've never heard of anything so stupid. Why does Penny have to make up such nonsense all of the time? She keeps doing this kind of thing and she never learns. What is wrong with her? I don't understand why she keeps doubling down on these random things she convinces herself of. I think she just doesn't like to be wrong. Yeah, that must be it. He's had stomach troubles after drinking before, but it's got nothing to do with whiskey specifically. The doctor even said drinking in moderation is fine. He has a few glasses of whiskey a few nights every week. He's been fine. Well, that's good to know. She was super annoyed when I told her I was bringing it over tonight. Every time I talk to her, she just tells me that she knows best. She won't listen to anyone else. I'll talk to her when I see her. You just get here as soon as you can. Don't worry about what she says. Okay.
Where are you? Aren't you coming home?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to message you. You're not gonna like this, but I ended up giving your dad the whiskey, and he invited me and Jeff to drink some with him. Since I've been drinking, I'm just gonna spend the night here and come home in the morning.
Don't drink that whiskey, and don't let my dad drink it. I told you he's allergic.
You're overreacting. He said he's fine. He isn't allergic. Look, I'll talk to you later. Just relax, okay?
You never listened to me. I told you not to give him that whiskey, and you've gone and given it to him. If you all drink that whiskey together, I'm going to be furious.
Please, just relax. I don't understand why you're always like this. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. Your dad doesn't have an allergy, and he drinks whiskey regularly.
He's my father. I told you he's getting up there in age, so he's having trouble remembering what he can and can't consume. That's all. The whiskey is really bad for him, so don't blame me when he has a bad stomach from it. And I've heard these things could even be contagious, so you and Jeff might even feel sick. If you do, don't come crying to me. I tried to warn you.
What are you even talking about now? You aren't even making any sense. Allergies aren't contagious. You're just sounding more and more ridiculous the more you go on. We'll all be fine, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? Hey, Tim, did you get home okay? How are you feeling? Hey, Jeff, yeah, I just got home now. I'm just feeling super dehydrated. That was really weird last night. I've never had any trouble drinking whiskey, and now all three of us reacted like that. What were the chances of us all having diarrhea after just a couple of glasses? I know, and it's not any of our first time having that exact whiskey. I know, something's not right. We really need to contact the store you got it from, or maybe it's better to call the maker directly. Yeah, I'll get onto that. Is Penny home? Oh, she's gonna be thrilled about this. Didn't she say something about all of us catching this mystery allergy? What are the chances we actually would get diarrhea from it? I know, right? She isn't home yet. She sent me a message saying that she was going to see a friend. She still seems mad about us drinking that whiskey, though. But you know, I can't stop reading back her messages from last night. It really seems like too much of a coincidence that we'd all get diarrhea after that weird claim of hers. That weird claim? You mean about us all catching this allergy? Yeah, exactly. I don't want to make any extreme claims or anything, but the cork actually came out a lot easier than usual too, right? Now that you mention it, that's true. Do you think, she might have tampered with it? To try and prove a point? No way. Are you saying she put laxatives or something in the whiskey to try and give Dad diarrhea and prove herself right? That's the only explanation that I can think of. Otherwise, it's really way too much of a coincidence. Wow, I think you might be right. If what you're saying is true, Dad's gonna be heartbroken. Last night was especially tough on him. I'm glad he's better now, but still. If his own daughter was really the one who put him through that, just to prove a point, yeah, he is gonna be destroyed. Anyway, I'll try and get hold of her and let you know if I do. Thanks. Oh, I hope this isn't true, though. Yeah, me too. Hey, are you still at your friend's place? Could you talk to me for a minute?
What is it?
You are not gonna believe this, but me, Jeff, and your dad all had a pretty bad reaction to that whiskey.
Ha! What did I tell you? You laughed at me for telling you that's what would happen, and look at you now.
Yep, what were the chances, huh?
Well, are you gonna apologize to me, or are you still on the toilet?
Why would I be on the toilet?
The three of you all got diarrhea, right? Just like I said.
I never said anything about diarrhea. What would make you jump to that conclusion?
Well, that's what I assumed you meant by stomach troubles. And that's what I was worried would happen to my dad if he drank whiskey.
You can cut the crap. I know the truth. I'm not that stupid. I know you put something in the whiskey.
What? How dare you accuse me of poisoning my own family?
The cork wasn't even put back on very well. It was pretty obvious it was tampered with. I never would have dreamed you'd do something like this, so I assumed I must have opened it myself and forgot somehow. But after the way our bodies reacted to it, it's pretty obvious what happened. If you admit what you did now, I won't go to the police.
Police? What are you talking about?
It would have been strange enough if your dad had that kind of reaction, since he drinks that same brand of whiskey himself from time to time. But your brother and me also having the same reaction? It's just unbelievable that something like that would just happen. Unless, of course, the drink was tampered with. And if you're adamant it wasn't you, then I really need the police's help to find out who did tamper with it. If it was the store staff adding laxatives to drink, that would be a national news story.
Okay, just hang on a minute. Don't go to the police.
Why not?
I'll admit it, okay? It was me. I put laxatives in the whiskey.
I suspected as much, but I still can't believe it. Why would you do such a thing?
It's because you never believe anything I say. It was really starting to get on my nerves. You're getting so close to my family, even though I never really got along with them that well. I wanted to teach you a lesson. You should just listen to me and stop doubting what I tell you.
I have so many questions. If you were so sure he had an allergy, why would you need to tamper with the whiskey? Wouldn't he have reacted badly anyway, according to you?
Yeah, but I just wanted to make sure.
You're sick, you know that? You basically try to poison your own father, you know? That man did so much for you, and this is how you repay him? Do you have any idea how dangerous what you did was?
I was just trying to prove a point. You're blowing this way out of proportion.
I don't think I am, and I'm sorry, but I lied earlier. I'm reporting you to the police. What you did was insane. We're lucky your father is okay, but this could have ended much, much worse.
What? Don't report me to the police. I said I was sorry.
That's nowhere near enough. You really went too far. I am calling the police, and I'm also calling a lawyer. We're getting divorced.
What? Why? I'm sorry. I said I was sorry. Please don't do this. None of this would have happened if you had just listened to me from the beginning. That's all I was trying to get you to understand. I was hoping you'd learn from this. Why can't you understand?
Why should I have listened to you? You were wrong. That's the whole point. You can never accept being wrong, and that's a huge issue. I put up with it long enough since it seemed harmless, but you've shown me that I should have put my foot down a long time ago. You've shown me that it isn't harmless and that you're a danger to others. I'm so sorry, but anything else you have to say, you can tell it to the police.
No, please! Let's talk this out!
I did call the police immediately after Penny admitted what she had done. She really went too far, and I wanted her to understand she can't get away with putting people at risk like that. I still can't believe she would be willing to risk her own father's health just to prove herself right, though she was always stubborn, but I always thought she was harmless. Anyway, the police arrived and took statements from everyone involved. In the end, she was arrested and is currently awaiting trial. I heard that she could get up to 10 years in prison and be fined up to $10,000. I hope she won't actually face any jail time, but who knows? She did commit a pretty serious offense. We were married for a few years and dating even longer, so this is still heartbreaking for me. But I know I can't let her go unpunished for what she did. We obviously went and got divorced too. It wasn't easy. She spent the entire process begging me to forgive her and promising to change. But she's already crossed the line, and I don't think that I can look at her the same way ever again. Luckily, her brother and father are supporting me 100%. They both agreed reporting her to the police was the right thing to do. We're all still on really good terms and go fishing together regularly. It's a shame about Penny, but I'm glad to have such good people in my life. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.